Good morning. As principal of Jonah Never High School, Early College Magnet, I am honored to recognize one of our most celebrated alumnus of Jonah Never, Jackie Roosevelt Robinson. I want to welcome the Robinson family, son of Rachel and Jackie Robinson, David Robinson, Iowa Robinson, the granddaughter of Jackie and Rachel Robinson, Mookie Betts, and members of the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. Thank you so much for being here today. 75 years ago today, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. And that wasn't just for Jackie Robinson. That was for everyone that was not a white person that could play baseball. Jackie Robinson did something that was never done in Major League Baseball until that point. And that same person walked these same halls that you walk right now, wore a Mirror Tech jersey, and was an outstanding individual, not only here on campus, but in the community. And I'm proud to say that we carry on that same legacy of Jackie Robinson. Once again, this is a great day, not only for Jonah Never High School, but for our community, for Northwest Pasadena, and representing, because Jackie grew up right down the street on Pepper Street. He grew up in your community. Absolutely. So once again, I'm so grateful to the Los Angeles Dodgers, to the Robinson family, and now I want to call up one of our students, Matthew Milton, who will tell us about what Jackie Robinson means to him.
Good morning, Mustangs. My name is Matthew Milton II. Jackie Robinson to me is not only an inspiration, but a role model. I believe he should not only be a role model to me, but to all of you. He broke the color barrier and created an opportunity not just to play baseball, but to live our day-to-day lives without any type of segregation. Jackie Robinson was not only an athlete on the baseball field, but he was an inspiration to his students, and he was not only a baseball player, but he was an academic scholar. He is an inspiration to me and should be an inspiration to you all as well as Mustangs. We should all strive for greatness not only in the classroom, but on the baseball field and in our day-to-day lives.
So on behalf of the Los Angeles Dodgers, it is a pleasure to be with you today to celebrate the life, the legacy of the great Jackie Robinson. What a pleasure it is to have the son of Jackie Robinson with us today. Thank you so much, David, for being here. It really is very, very special. Yes. And Io Robinson, the granddaughter of Jackie and Rachel Robinson, thank you for being with us today. So without further ado, our all-star, our MVP, our guy, Mookie Betts.
All right, thank you guys for having me here. How's everybody doing today? Good. I do want to thank my family for being here, supporting me, doing everything that you did to get me to where I am now. So thank you guys. I love you guys. This is actually super cool to see his school. You know, I've never been here, so this is super neat. You guys are here walking the halls every day, so I'm just don't ever take that for granted. I do want to say that Jackie, to Matthew's point earlier, and to Naomi, Jackie is a pioneer, obviously, of baseball, but it was a lot more than just baseball. You know, what he had to endure off the field, just in regular life, was tough. And for him to endure that and still go out on the field and perform is super special. It just kind of shows who he is and who he was. And I encourage, you know, all the young guys here, all the young guys and girls here to go read up and learn some more about Jackie other than just baseball, because it could help you shape your viewpoints on today and who he was. Again, thank you guys. I do want to introduce Mr. David Robertson.
Jackie Robinson wasn't born in Pasadena, wasn't born in California. His mother, my grandmother, boarded a train in Georgia. Jack Robinson was 2 years old. She had 4 other children with her. She was without a husband. And she called that train her freedom train. She was a sharecropper, and she was trying to get out of a system that enslaved her mother, because her mother, Jackie Robinson's grandmother, was born a slave. So when you look at where we are in Pasadena, we're at a place that our people strove to get to out of the death knell and the oppression of enslavement for 240 years. And Georgia was a very tough state, a state that led in the lynching of black people. And California and Pasadena was seen as a mecca. And my grandmother, who worked for the next 25 years as a domestic servant, was happy to get the opportunity to try to get her kids out of an attitudinal death in the South into a place where they could struggle to come to this high school, to come to the elementary schools here and learn. So if you're ever looking for inspiration, and again, Mookie, you said it, life is tough. It's tough for you all. There are a lot of distractions, there are a lot of evils, there's a lot of sadness. You can look into your own family's life, into the life of our heroes, and you can see elements that will steel you. You will not feel a weakness. You will know that you can take a pain because it has been taken by your people generation after generation after generation after generation. And your generation now is going to be the generation that builds from the Jackie Robinsons, from the Martin Luther Kings, from the Malcolm X, from the last generations. You are going to build the chain of generational progress. So congratulations for your position here in high school. Take advantage of it. Remember the blood and the tears that were spilled for all of us to be here today. Thank you.
So if you can see that they're, just so I can explain real quick, they're not connected. So you have an individual panel. There you go. I'm going to count you down. And 1, 2, 3.
You guys did a great job. I want to thank all of you. We're going to have you guys go to lunch, but before we go to lunch, we're going to do one more thing. I got to do this one more time. Blues House! All right. Peace out, you guys. Enjoy lunch.